This is Trenton's 2000 FXDX Dyna. Measuring up some PVC pipe to mock up this whole front end so I can take a look at it.
Ryan is currently making slugs for my FXDX frame.
I've got one slug almost done. This might be the one. Might be number 10. This taper head on it right here, when you press it down in, it's going to put it on center. So when you hit the punch, it smushes out the material. So now she's in there. Do I look tough?
Hey guys, I'm Trent Mercado. This is Kruesi Originals. We're back with Biker Build.
The Build-Off on YouTube, so they can't sue us. Trent is pulling the motor out of the Softail. Drivetrain's getting pulled down. He's going to pull this down to the full-blown just frame today. Actually, we need to lay out a shelf to lay out all this hardware on so I know where it goes.
I've been putting it just back in the frame.
That very well works for me. And then I can strip the frame down myself and go through all the hardware. So he's like, when you're gonna tear a bike down and build it, if you're not the one tearing it down yourself the whole entire way, it does make it much more challenging to put back together. So he's pulling the motor, drivetrain, which will pull the motor together because it's heavy as hell. And then he's gonna put all the hardware back in the frame, back where it goes, so then I can then remove that stuff and lay it out to how I want it so I know where it is when I go to put this thing back together. Because do I know where everything goes on this bike? Not a chance in hell do I know where all this stuff goes. I don't care how long you do it. If this was a Dyna, which I've been working on Dyna since the dawn of Dynas, yes, I know exactly where all those bits and pieces goes. M8 Softails, it's been around since 18, but that's still relatively new in the world of, have I built the shit out of these frame up a bunch of times? Only once, right? Race bike?
Yes. And was that down to the frame? I don't think it was framed.
It was down to less than this, like.
It had the front end off and like the frame and the drivetrain sitting in it.
Yeah. In a frame, and then we built it from there. We built the motor, we built everything. That was a whole full build. We've done tons of fancy up custom Softails, you know, bolt on all the shit and all that. Tons of those, but to chop the neck off of a Softail, pull the whole wiring harness out of a 2025 Softail, which is a lot of wiring, and then figure out where it goes again to put it back together. It's gonna be a job. And we have been watching Thrashin Supply. They are our competition. We are competing against them. The finale is October 3rd at Red Rock Harley-Davidson. This is brought to you by Harley-Davidson, the one and only motorcycle that people should ride. And we've been cheating. I'm gonna say it right now. So Lance and Juan are a bit ahead of us. Their frame's already done. So I took my time, waited till they did their frame, and went, I want to see how it's going to look. So then I can decide which way I really want to go, because you don't see this done a lot. There's people that have done it, but I haven't actually seen it, which I should look into what other people are doing, because I've done tons of chopper frames and shit like that over the years, but not a Harley-Davidson frame into a chopper. We mostly just built fucking chopper frames. This is it's going to be different. So I did see what they did. Theirs is looking pretty dope. Does make me a little nervous. Can they beat us?
That's up to you guys.
That is up to you.
Actually.
Yes, it is going to be up to you come October 3rd. Everybody's going to vote for who they want to win. And it's they have a lot of stuff at their disposal, a lot of skill. They've got a lot of skill. Juan is, I didn't know Juan could TIG weld, and I saw him. He's a good TIG welder. So he's also an engineer. I think they've got
us some brains for sure.
Yeah. I mean, they've got some really dope shit in store for that bike and planned. So we are going to have to take this to a level that is probably not come out of Kruesi Originals. We've built a lot of high-level performance motorcycles and a lot of high-end custom stuff over the years, but nothing that's going to be... I haven't got to build something on the fabrication side this extreme in a long time. Since the chopper days. I'm from the chopper days, and during those days, we were building art back then. Now it's more assembly. I'm really excited about this. It's going to be super dope. And while Trent pulls all this stuff out, come look at what I'm doing. Sorry to interrupt this program, but here we are with a quick Kruesi Originals commercial break. We are back on Patreon. We're putting all the stuff that we haven't been able to show you and put on YouTube and the other things that we do, like some more stunt riding and some more of the like whiling out and the old crafting with Kruesi on the funner side of things that YouTube frowns on. So we're gonna start putting that back on Patreon. Probably gonna spice the old podcast back up again once the studio's done. It's being built as we speak. But $5 gets you a membership on the Patreon. It helps us create more content. We greatly appreciate that. And as a thank you, we're gonna give away a bunch of stuff on there. Right now we're giving away not one, but two intense e-bikes. These are mountain bikes. These are enduro mountain bikes. These are the ones that we've been riding. We did a video on them already. They're super, super fun. Been riding them a ton. They got 160 mil of travel, crazy suspension, crazy powerful, crazy fast, super, super fun. From now until September 30th for one of these bikes right here. That winner will get his choice of size. Then we will have whatever is left over. We're going to give that one away next. Then we're going to give away, we have shelves of motorcycle parts from our sponsors that are a bunch of affiliated partners. We have a whole bunch of dope stuff we're going to give away. Maybe some other little motorcycles. We're also going to give away some motorcycles. So thank you very much. Go join the Patreon. We greatly appreciate it. This is Trenton's 2000 FXDX Dyna, missing a neck. It's got a new neck bolted up here. I am going to start working on this today. I would like to have all this at least tacked in by the end of the day. Today is my plan. That's a lofty goal, let me tell you what. But I'm going to try and make that happen. It is 9:30 in the morning. We're getting a pretty good start. So first thing I'm going to do, I've got these dimensions where I think I want this measurement-wise anyways, not looks-wise, because I can't see it except for what's going on in my imagination, but it's a pretty powerful imagination, mind you. I was an only child. I know how to entertain myself. Build this out with PVC pipe and just kind of look at it. And then once I feel like it's exactly where I'm going to mock a wheel up, like we're going to... Dimensions are cool. Looks are everything. That's what we're going for. We want this shit to look dope. Rideable's cool. It's going to ride good. It'll be straight as a fucking arrow. But, fabrication day. You guys ready? I've got some quail tits in my hand. Fired up on brown coffee juice. I'm gonna burn a bunch of fucking steel today. Is unplugged everywhere?
Yeah.
Guide me out to like halfway out and then
come around this way.
How do you lift the motor?
Each grab a head and just Eiffel Tower the thing, you know? It needs to come back to get off the... Oh! Okay. Look at that guy.
Dude, Google how much this thing weighs for me. I think $1.50.
$1.50? What do you guys think? Wow. Engine weight specifications are difficult to find. General estimations. I haven't had my coffee yet. Online suggests it could be around.
Cut.
Anybody? Anybody?
I'm gonna move 173.
Can I feel it?
I say
173, 150.
Can I feel it or no?
No, you can't touch it.
Just
Tom.
guess.
You want to give her a lift?
Tom, you want to touch it?
They can't touch it, so they're just.
It weighs the same as a twin cam, they say.
You have to guess.
As a twin cam Softail, it's balanced, so it's
Yeah, the balancers
are what we're.
weight. I bet they're only having, well, the cases are bigger. It's probably adding 5 or 10 pounds. So let me get a better educated guess on this.
He gets to touch it.
Oh, that's really going to help.
It's got to be over 100 pounds. Makes my back hurt like a
Tom,
I'll tell you
pick a
that.
number.
Pick a number, Tom, so I can say it.
I'm gonna go 149.
I'm gonna go I'll go 165.
120 pounds.
Shut up. We were all wrong.
That's it?
It's a lot.
I know it's over 100 at least.
$1.20? Yeah, I mean, that's a good bit of weight.
I would have figured it way more than that.
It's like Melissa.
It feels fucking heavy.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm gonna lift it onto a table.
was
Come
just
help me
basing,
lift this
yeah,
fucking
you know,
thing.
just
Up.
struggle to
Yeah.
pick it up.
Grab a hold of that thing and lift and get me up on the table. Ready?
How many motors can a table hold?
Enough.
I used to keep shims that you can buy, or that I think they might even be free at Home Depot, but packs of wood shims for like doing door frames. I was real broke starting out this company many years ago, and couldn't afford engine frames, so we would just put 2x4s and wood shims underneath all the motors too short. We need some shims. No, it's all the same. No. Take them with you. Hey, there it is. Locked and loaded. 117A motor. 117B motor. Something kind of shitter from 2000. It's got cam position sensors. Should get rid of all that. It's got some cam in it. It's got push rods in it. Trench motor, Softail motor. This is out of my bagger. This motor only has like 100 miles on it, and it made 132 horsepower and 138 foot-pounds, and I don't know what to do with it.
Put it in a go-kart.
Something like that would be cool.
That'd be cool as hell.
Trent's gonna pull a tranny right now, and then he's going to go over and remove this stock breather setup with a Trask Performance Checkmate, just a little bit better of a breather setup, and then we'll run the lineup hidden and put a filter out the side of the motor and do some fancy stuff like we normally do. Gonna put a chrome one on it. The only real chrome that's gonna be on the bike is some of this dull chrome factory motor stuff. We're gonna leave like that. The wheels are gonna be chrome, and then this. I want it to like, there's certain things I want to stick out on their own, you know. I'm measuring up some PVC pipe to mock up this whole front end so I can take a look at it and make sure that it's gonna fall the way I want it to. Am I a professional frame builder? Not even close. But, oh, that's a bitch. I have been a fabricator for a long time, and I know how to measure and do stuff, so I think I should be able to pull it off. This tool is the shit. If you're building a front end, you're setting up preload spacers. Kick, 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 cut, done. Move on to the next one, super fast. And it's square, way squarer than what you did with a saw or whatever the hell else you normally use. Really, really nice. I can't believe it took me as many years as it did to discover that thing. Over and over again until I just get this close enough. I'm not trying to get a precision fit, but I want to just get it kind of matched up there so then I can see where this dude's going to land. So it's going to be a lot of slow sanding and going. Working on fitting this to cut it in, and it's already, I'm glad that I went with the PVC pipe to start with because this is how I get to set things up nicely. I'm landing, if you look over here, it's landing in the bearing cup already, and I don't want that. I want it to land more up here in the flat surface. This one I want to drop kind of into the bearing cup probably, but fit it in really nice. This one I don't. I want it up higher, and then we'll probably run a crossbar. But I need to move the whole neck forward. I also don't like that we went up 2.5 inches, I believe. I got to remeasure to remember. But it is, when it goes up, it's also driving it this way, so it's shortening this and bringing this back farther. So we're going to move this dude out probably an inch. I'll measure that out, but we're gonna move it out an inch just to give it a little more length out in front of the bike. And we've got it set at 26 degrees right now, which, thank you Thrashin Supply for putting that video out already. I was concerned about doing 26 because I didn't think the wheel would have enough clearance back here. I saw theirs, they didn't move it out at all, they just dropped it back 26 degrees, and they've got plenty of room, and it looks really good. I like that, so we're going to run 26, but we're going to bring it out a little more. It's also going to bring a little more weight over the front tire. Should make the bike a little more stable. Hopefully. Should make it a good cornering machine. Should be really quick and a little darty. But
yeah,
it'll be sick. Trent's going to throw the gas tank on there real quick just so we can get this look of this dimension, like what we're going to be this way, because we are going to stretch this out. Don't put any, I don't think I'd put any weight on it, but chopper shit. Pretty fucking sick, dude.
You want to come hold it so I can take a look?
I don't think you need a turn.
That does look good though.
2 inches is pretty significant.
Yeah, it's that's a lot. It doesn't look like it when
it's gonna be up farther though. Like this is gonna be up even farther in your face. This is gonna be in your face. You're gonna be sitting down behind it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sick.
Tough.
Yep, there you go. This is a dope gas tank.
Yep. Shout out Paco for the gas tank.
Trent's gonna show up to our build-off and win the show with a different bike. This one is gonna look cooler. The M8's gonna be cool, but the early model twin cam is just gonna be a cooler looking bike overall.
Yeah. Shout out Jace over at Fast
there.
Life. I wouldn't have wanted to do any of this if I didn't ride that FXR he built.
Oh, I had video of that. We can drop that in.
Dude,
we both
like,
rode Jace's FXR, his high neck FXR, the Fast Life. One of the most comfortable motorcycles I've ever been on. Like,
it's so
I let my
sick.
hair grow for this bike completely just so I can get enough grease in it to keep it back while I'm riding down the road. No helmets. Is there a helmet law in Vegas?
Yes.
I'm definitely riding with a helmet. It sucks riding without a helmet. But
Yeah. One of them half buckets.
roll into the
flip up half.
God. We'll roll into the show, to the event with no helmets and hair grease.
Yeah. Keep going.
Now I'll grab the gas tank. Let's take another look at it. Definitely gonna have to have a seat made. We could cut this off too, like right here, and then plate to this. It's pretty sick right there. She's still gonna be somewhat tall in the front.
That's good.
Should be about level-ish actually. Man, I can't believe your bike came with 4-overs on it already.
Hell yeah. That does look sick. I like where it's at.
I do too, quite a bit. Now it's time to make magic happen. I really need the damn seat though. I'm gonna pull the trees out of this, set the neck up on the cone so it's fully dialed in and everything. This is 1 inch difference, so I'm gonna have to make up 1 inch down here to set this right back where it is. Other than that, I think it's time to start getting down to real work. Tommy went to go get my I have a laser that will throw a grid in this room, and then I can grid this whole entire thing in and get it 100% spot on. So he's gonna get that, and then I'm gonna get all this set up while he's doing that, and then we're gonna start a real serious project. I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, there's that. Check our neck angle one more time. Like 27 degrees. I'm happy with that. Now it's time to start building.
I got the transmission out of the frame on the bench, and while it's out, it's a good time to put in a Trask vented top cover. Helps with oiling issues that the M8s have sometimes. When you put big motors in them, it pushes oil out of the air filter. This helps combat that on the M8 platform. So quick and easy. We have food on the way, so I'm gonna see if I can get this knocked out before the food gets here. I should, which actually, this is a different cover.
No way.
Yep.
Will it work?
I mean, the bolt holes don't.
Oh, there's 2 bolts underneath. 2 that are missing.
Oh, okay.
They're there.
They're underneath the cover?
Used for, but they're there.
All right. Interesting. So, while I was about to start pulling this off, I noticed there's 4 bolts on here, 6 bolts on the Trask cover, and I was like, yo, hold up. There aren't enough bolts. You know, the bolt math isn't bolt mathing, so. But apparently there's 2 bolts under this cover, or bolt holes, that Harley doesn't use for their factory cover, but they're there and threaded. So let's see. What do you know? That's crazy. Look at, there's even cutouts on the stock cover. Huh. We do need to go find 2 more bolts to put in place of those, because Trask doesn't include bolts with their kit here. But it is very well packaged. I can't seem to get it out of the plastic. It's good old-fashioned American packaging here. There we go. Just like that, she easily comes off. Trask cover comes with its own gasket, which is nice. Okay, so I called our buddy Eric Larson up at Trask and asked him about this situation. He said I could just remove this baffle because it's the baffling for their factory system they got going on here. Trask is on some other shit, so just put the cover on. Like I said, find some nice new bolts, preferably matching. You wanted at least, oh, whoa, 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 before I get a hold of myself, or ahead of myself. Whoa, I need to get a hold of myself before I get ahead of myself. Bamco sent us a package. 1 second. Bamco sent us a whole boatload of hardware. I'm guessing the cover is in here. I don't know. I hope it's not just the side, but we'll just put that aside. Push rod, derby cover. Here we go. 24 and up, 6-speed top cover. So they have the transmission. I'm guessing that's the door, like the bearing door, and the clutch cable door, and the end. I don't know what they call this thing.
Cover?
The end cover, probably. Yeah, I don't know. And then here's the top cover specific, the 24 and up 6-speed transmission. Shout out to Bamco. They have hardware for pretty much anything you need on your bike. They could do frame bolts, all the engine covers, all, you know, cases, case bolts, axles, they have it all.
I cut this slug right here. This is 4 inches, but I'm going to turn an inch down on each side that slips down into this. Then we'll drill a hole. We'll do like a rosette weld and then weld around here. And then it'll be just a smooth 2 inches. And then same on top, it'll slug down into there, which I'm going to have to get this shit real flush and flat. But that's something I can do after I machine it down, because then I can use it as a gauge where to trim things from. But I cut this off in the chop saw and made a lot of sparks. And then I started a fire and lit a box full of Delrin cutoff pieces on fire. And apparently Delrin's very flammable. And I didn't know I'd started a fire because it was in the shelf underneath the chop saw. And I was over here messing with this and I kept smelling camping. Like, you know, it smells like camping around here. And then I found that there was a blazing hot fire over here. So we sacrificed a water bottle, but all this Delrin, how it's all melted and gross, all that was on fire. This box was blazing. And it was under there. It only burned the wall. Oh, it melted my cord. Ah. That's the cord to my saw. Ah. It's not smoking. I think it just melted the sheathing on the outside a little bit. Melted the wall a bit. But for how much this thing was blazing, I'm pretty thankful. It turned out pretty good. So now, when I cut the next one, I'm gonna have a fire extinguisher ready and some shit out of the way. I need to clean this shelf out apparently, and my mess, but let's go do some machining on this guy. Forget that happened.
We're back. I found 2 more bolts. Now I'm just torquing everything down. Ooh. 10 foot-pounds, 10 foot-pounds, 120 inch-pounds, whatever you prefer. Quarter 20 bolt. And nerve-wracking, boom. 10 foot-pounds, just like that. Ryan is currently making slugs for my FXDX frame for the down tubes, so he can weld on the rest of the down tube, I guess, up to the neck from where we cut it. These slugs are gonna act like a joint pretty much.
Yeah.
They're gonna act like a joint,
And it'll make sure everything's
square and true, nice and straight, because frames need to be straight.
That's a fact. Here's where we're at. I've got one slug almost done. Doing a little test fitting. But it's close to where she's just starting to fit. But there's also a seam in here from when they fused this together. I want to sand that out. I'm going to hit her with the old porting tool. Clean this up inside too, because I'm going to be welding through here, so I don't want any like rust and dirt and stuff in there and whatever's in my face. And then we're going to keep machining. So this dude will butt up down here, which has got a nice taper, so I got a nice weld line. I'm also going to have to, I want to be able to slide this in and out pretty tightly, but be able to do it off and on so I can get this a nice perfect fit. Then we're going to measure 2 inches, do the same thing in this end, and then we'll build off of there. It's a good bit of slug, but it's also very forking strong, so that's really all I'm going for. This dude down just a tiny bit more. I'm just doing like a couple thousandths at a time and coming over and test fitting it. I want it to be spot on, so that's the best way I know how to do it. I'm gonna check it every single time. This might be the one, might be number 10. 10 times. Not high spots, see she's low. I'm gonna go around here and try and get it down to that. Watch your face. This taper head on it right here, when you press it down in, it's going to put it on center.
I'm drilling a hole in the side of the frame, so when Ryan has the slug in there, wherever the slug may be, do you have it on you? So wherever the slug, so when the slug sits in here, there's this little sleeve that it fits in. You drill a hole, then you, what is it, rosette weld? Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Then you can rosette weld it, along with welding it on the side, but it's just a stronger weld.
There is one. One of these slugs are not like the other. Man, this is going to be so fucking challenging.
One of these slugs are not like the other.
I'm going to have to get this shaped in just perfectly on hopes and dreams, and then slide this down into it fitting. Well, that dude is done. Now I need to make this one and make it fit just as well as I did with this one. And then we'll start figuring this shit out. This is going to be the most challenging part of it, for sure. I don't know if you guys can see what's happening right now, but these are motor mount holes. I have just centered on this, the laser, and then centered on the neck, and we are spot the fork on right now. Frame's level with the jig. This is just gonna be a forking process. Let me tell you what, I'm gonna be battling lining this thing in for a while, because it's really hard to get it how I really want it to be, because none of this shit is square to each other on this frame. This is a 2000 Harley-Davidson frame. That means nothing on this bike is square or straight or true to anything else on it. That's just kind of the way they are. They're it's pretty damn amazing that they ride straight down the road from factory, to be honest, but they do. It doesn't take much. So if this is level, straight up and down, which it is, that means I should be 90 degrees to that level, which I had the frame level. Now we're off again. So I'm going to plate the top of this. I'm going to spend some time really dialing this in, making this laser line perfect. It's going to be a lot of because when I level this gets off, and then I got to go back and forth and kind of keep fighting it. So it's going to take me a little bit.
Did it get thrown off?
No, it's just, now that I have the neck on there and I have an actual laser, I'm trying to laser in off the center of motor mount points to the neck, so it's centered and plumb to the motor mounts. So after a lot of meticulous driving myself nuts going back and forth, this thing is centered on the motor mounts, centered on this, perpendicular, I believe is the word to this. We are level, and we are absolutely level. And we are ready to start building the lower support. This is a little mock-up for me. I'm going to use this dude to use this guy to build these copes. This dude will be about right there. And then I'm going to have to cope them into each other, which is going to be a crazy bit of a bitch. But I'm going to build, since I already, you know, press fit this slug in over here prematurely a little bit. I'm going to build them off of this side, flip it over to this side, pull this off, fit it, get it in there, and then build another one to this side, and then I'll build the slug and so on and so forth. This is also longer, so I have a bunch of room to cope this, and then I'll put this end in the lathe and turn it down to fit precisely. So then I'll also have another super square fitment point up against that point. My little temp guy here, and I want him to like not move around. So when they're just too loose and moving around just a little bit, you take a punch, do some punching holes. The difference. So when you hit the punch, it smushes out the material. So now she's in there. I'll have to beat it out when the time comes, but at least for now, I can shove something down the end and knock it out. But now I got a solid piece to slide in and out, grind, slide in and out, grind, slide in and out, grind. I wish I had a spacer to set it at the height I want, but I will adapt later. Nope, I don't like it. It's gonna end up way too high up on the neck. I want it to be like touching down here, not up here. Need your help, Trent. We're moving the neck back. That won't be too bad. It's not. I'd rather it be touching down lower on the neck, you know?
Mm-hmm. Couldn't you just raise the neck a little bit more? I mean, yeah, we'd be going higher, but couldn't you just go a little bit higher?
I could go. It's gonna get further away though. Well,
is it?
It's gonna have to go. That's a whole another inch higher.
Yeah.
But it would pretty much have to go that much higher. It'd be really tall. I'm having a time of frustration. I think I have to bring the neck back to get it to line up where I want it to, which then makes this even harder. I'd rather have this hitting here and this guy hitting down here, not all of it, because right now it's going to be like this. This needs to be this way, because then it would bring it down on the pipe. We could run one like this. Man, I've coped the living fuck out of that thing too. Answer. So I think realistically I'd have to be all the way up there, unless we move the neck back. Man, that sucks too. I'm gonna have to like cope it into the cup and shit. Also, man, this is a motherfucker, man. It's not gonna tilt back like that though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not bad. Let's put some bolts in. Let me play with that a bit. That actually fits up there better. Not so much lean. What I think I'm gonna do is torch this and round this, make a belly trough so this drops down into it.
Yeah.
And then we'll channel this down too and get this angle more.
So it's
Not like this weird shit going on. But I also got to worry about the motor right here though. I can't really do that because the rocker box is like right here on these. A little bend right in the back side of the thing to drop it down in there, like right here. Boop.
So level it out.
Well, I got a lot of material to work with right here.
It looks really good actually.
Man, right there looks pretty damn dialed, don't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to cut some meat off of this. tough. It's like you're reaching real hard. I'll put the handlebars on the other side of that post. There you go. Does it feel comfortable? You went 4 over?
You went up 4.
Somebody in the industry, I don't really know him.
So we just got off the phone with Jace from Fast Life, and he gave us some nice pointers, because setting it up the way we were, getting it to the line up the way I wanted it to, it was putting Trent like really far. Go ahead, just put that where it needs to go. Yeah. It's putting Trent really far away from the handlebars. So we're gonna set it back up to the stock position. Then we're going to take this bike off and we're going to raise this straight up 4 inches, and then we're just going to do what we have to do to get the frame to that position. Which, yep, we're going to start over. At least I got some good groundwork to go off of and spend a whole day. I got the slugs done. Where'd that thing go? All right, there it is. That's a huge piece of the puzzle. Well, just basically, we have to start over. I need to move this completely, because when I leveled it's fucked. I need to get this moved forward and everything lined right back up like it should be. Just set it right back to stock, and we'll just move that thing straight up 4 inches, and then see what we got to do from there. And then maybe we got to start over again from there, and again and again. Maybe I sit here doing this for a really long period of time. I really want to cut this shorter, but I want to put the other bike on here first and see where it lands. All right, well, that's as far as we got. That's as far as we're going to get. We're going to hit the road and call it a day. We basically just went right back to the beginning.